Yo, audience, Fears audience. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fears podcast. I'm your host, Fears. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. The time is 6:09. I'm going to be streaming for a little while. Cheers. In one of my favorite mugs, the Randall mug. That's right. And this is an exclusive. You have to go. If you want this, you have to go to www.exhumvisions.com. He only made one for me, but if you want another one, write him an email. His email is on his website. Request a Randall mug. Show Randall some love. We got to get Randall's subs up. And if you want to check out my friend Randall, then check out he's got two channels. The Mayor of Magic. That's his first channel. The second channel is Cameo Man 2021. All right. So without further ado, let's get going. Now, from the title, guys, you guys are probably wondering, oh God, what has Fears got himself into now? You know what? Fears thought, I was filming. And if you want, I thought I was filming way too many streams, and I have not done an adventure vlog in quite a long time. So, I've been wanting to do this museum for like a year, right? I have been wanting to do the Titanic museum for a year now. Because I've always had a fascination with the Titanic. I've always loved the history on the Titanic. In college and in high school, I did a book report on it. So there we are. So I went today, did the whole tour. I vlogged it out. Some things I could vlog, other things I couldn't vlog. But I want to thank the Titanic artifact crew for letting me film what I could film in there. So yeah, so shout out to the fans. So I'm getting back to my roots. I'm getting back to, filming adventure vlogs. Because let's be honest, the toy conventions, they're kind of an adventure vlog. But anytime I go to, they're a nerd vlog. I consider them a nerd vlog. Anytime I go to an exhibit or a museum or a tourist attraction, or a theme park, or stuff like that. Those are what I like to call adventure vlogs, because I'm on an adventure, and I want you guys to come with me. So, yeah. Yo, Richie, what's going on? He says, yo, John. What's up, Richie? And Pretend Story says, what up, Johnny? What's up, Pretend Stories? What up, motherfuckers? So, anyway, I went, and I booked my ticket online. Not too bad. $21 for a ticket and it opens up at 9 or 10 and it closes at 5:30. So not too bad. Anyway, let me go to the website. I'll go to the website and I will read you guys all the prices, because if you guys are in the Florida area, you guys have got to check this out for yourself. It was very enjoyable. A vlog is coming. I was filming all day. I took tons of pictures. Lots of pictures. So let me just go. So it's called, the whole thing is Titanic, the artifact exhibit. So let's go to the website and I will tell you guys the prices. There's a lot of things you can do. I took the normal tour. The normal tour, that is called let's see, where is it? The Ship of Dreams guided tour. Then there's a tour just for children. So if you have children and you want to buy them a tour, go for it. Then there's one called Heroes of Titanic guided tour. Then, which I'm thinking of doing, they have this Titanic first class dinner. So people dress up in costumes as of like John Jacob Astor and Thomas Andrews. John Jacob Astor was the richest man on the ship. Thomas Andrews was the designer. He designed the entire, from stern to stem, the entire ship, the captain, and they basically recreate the last night on the Titanic, their breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you can do breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or you can just do the dinner. I'm thinking about going back and filming a vlog and doing the Titanic dinner. Thinking about it. It says, join us for one-of-a-kind Titanic extravaganza, dinner and participation in one of the most famous dinner parties aboard the RMS Titanic as you enjoy a savory meal. So it is a show. People come in with costumes, and just like in the movie Titanic, you know, where Jack Dawson sits at that table, the most famous they had, you know, Ismay was there, Thomas Andrews, the captain of the ship, all those guys. They sit at your table, and they kind of recreate how the dinner went. And you get an appetizer, a meal, and then a dessert. It lasts for 3 hours. It can be on a Friday or a Saturday, and let me just look at the prices. Let's look at these prices. If you want information on it, and if you want to book, you can book online. You just have to go to Reserve Orlando with the Circle, rmsgroup.com. You can email them, or you can just go to their website, titanicorlando.com. There it is. And I'm going to add all this stuff. Guys, all this information in the descriptions of whenever I post a vlog, because they were nice. They were nice and let me film. They really just want you to take a lot of pictures. And they said, you can only film in certain areas. And I said, okay. I said, no worries. So Fears tried to get as much epic footage as I possibly could. I didn't break any of the rules. Someone at one point told me to stop filming in a certain area. I did. And they said, this one's off limits. And I said, I understand. So I didn't break any of the rules. They're just kind of sensitive on certain things. Plus, these are 110 artifacts. Fears did not touch anything. I didn't break anything. The artifacts were absolutely fantastic. I know actually a lot of history on the Titanic because I did not just one report, 2 reports. I find it fascinating. It took them 4 years to build it, and guess what? It only lasted 4 days. 2,228 souls aboard, and guess how many survived? 705 people out of a total 2,228 souls aboard. Wow. And then, here's the kicker. I don't know what the hell they were thinking back then, and I'm not trying to make fun of anyone's family. If anyone's family was on the Titanic, Fears would do anything to survive. Okay, so all the lifeboats are gone, right? All you have to do is go and find a table, break off the legs of the table, take the friggin' piece of wood, chuck it out into the ocean, and jump on the fucking piece of wood. Right? It's that simple, you know? Get off the ship as quickly as possible and get into a lifeboat, or just like I said, break off the table legs and just lay on the fucking, table. Or forget it, leave the table legs on there and just throw the table out into the water. Get on the table. Wood floats. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, so let me get you those prices. Shout out to Pretend Stories, and shout out to Richie. They're the only ones that have commented yet, but I'm sure more people will come. We got, how many people watching? We got 6 people watching. Anyway, so in order to do these tours, let me show you the prices. Let me just click on. So let's see. Admission. Here we go. So admission. So for an adult, it's $21.95. If you have children, ages 11 and under, it's $15.75. For senior citizens, there's a discount, $18. For military, if you have a military ID or if you've served, it's $19. For a Florida resident, it's $16.95. I totally forgot to show them that now I'm a Florida resident, guys. So I would have got it for $16.75. But I'm an idiot, and I forgot to tell them I'm from St. Louis, but now I live here, so now I'm a Florida resident. So Fears had to pay $21. I totally forgot about that. So there it is. There it is. So, So there's that. Now, for the admission of the dinner. The dinner is $69. So I think it's worth it. Over 3 hours of entertainment plus a romantic dinner and one of the most famous dinners on the Titanic, and they recreate the dinner of that night. Then the special guided tour of the heroes of Titanic. It's over 2 hours guided tour of the with a artifact specialist. That is the heroes of Titanic. That's $26 because it's a private self-guided tour with an artifact expert. I almost thought about doing it, but then I was like, well, if he's talking the whole time, I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to interrupt him. First of all, I didn't want to interrupt him. I didn't want to interrupt him. Second of all, I was like, when would I be able to vlog? Because I wouldn't want to interrupt that guy. You know what I'm saying? So there was that. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the comments in a minute. I can't really see you right now because I have the Titanic website up. So if you're ever in Orlando, guys, there's many options that you can do. You can do the Titanic, and you can do the Titanic dinner and the tour all in one day. So the tour, let's see. The tour, you can do it during the day, right? You can do the tour during the day. And then at night, that's when you go in. You show up for the dinner at 5:30 at night. And if you bring children, for children, it's $42 to do the dinner. For an adult, it's $69. You just go to the website, click on the dinner, and then you plug in how many tickets you want, yada yada yada. It says the dinner is 3 hours. Included in your stay is a Titanic expert that sits at every single table. So there's many Titanic experts that sit at each table. Talk about the Titanic, talk about the dinner, talk about the artifacts. Then they put on a show. The show lasts 3 hours while you're eating. Then you have a 3-course meal. And I don't want to tell you, there is a menu here, but, Fierce could, be at this all day. So I'm definitely at some point going to go back. Between my ticket, my boarding pass, and I bought a little merch that I'm going to show you in just a second. Fears, I didn't spend too much, but the gift shop is where they get you. Some of this shit in the gift shop was, oh my lord, it was expensive. All right, so if you're ever in the Orlando area, though, check it out. All right, so let me close the website. Okay, there we are. So I thought Fears would review this. But you can't review it until you know all of the prices and stuff. Yo, Cameo Man! Oh my gosh, Cameo Man is a trollin'. He says, "Screw this stream." Well, screw you, Randall. How dare Randall do this? Hang on, Randall, you son of a bitch. I just thought, I haven't filmed an adventure vlog in about 6 months, right? 6 months of no... I mean, I don't really count the toy convention's adventure vlogs. So, yeah. We'll get down to the bottom of this.
Hello?
Randall, are you trolling in the chat?
No, I'm not online at all.
You're not?
No, I'm working on an animation, actually, yeah.
You are?
No.
You son of a bitch! How dare you! You troll! You troll! Your best friend?
I'd be trolling.
So, Randall, this is funny. This is very ironic. You tell me don't bring up the trolls, and then you start trolling yourself, you son of a bitch! Damn you, Randall. Actually, you would have enjoyed this museum. I know you love history and stuff. I love history too, and I've done a report on the Titanic.
What indicates to you that I would love history?
Well, because you love reading and you're very knowledgeable. So I would have thought in school you would have loved history. You didn't like history when you were growing up?
No. They taught you a lot of stuff that you'll never use ever. remember. I know because I'm 42 years old and I never used any of that shit ever in my entire
Well, I
life.
mean, you don't really use history. I just like, where we've came from to now.
Yeah.
So you never enjoyed history class ever?
No, there was a lot of boring stuff going on.
What about
all you really had to do was remember dates and people.
What about the Titanic? Did you ever think the Titanic was interesting? I wrote 2 reports on it, one in high school and one in college.
Yeah, there was another another ship called I think it was called like the Lusitania.
Yeah.
And everything that happened to the Titanic happened to the Lusitania years before. Let me see if I can find.
Well, the thing is with the Titanic is why they thought a ship was unsinkable baffles me. You put a hole in a boat, whether the hole is this big or that tiny, it's going to sink eventually because water's going to seep through. Then they're like, oh, this ship's unsinkable. We don't need the appropriate number of lifeboats. Are you fucking nuts? Put the lifeboats on there. So already they were like sinking themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they really tempted the Lord when they said, not even God can sink this ship, and God was like, hold my beer.
Right? God was sipping on a beer, and it's just a proven.
They said, God cannot sink this ship, and God was like, hold my beer.
Exactly. Well, they even say it in the movie. They said, it isn't sinkable. He goes, God himself couldn't sink the ship.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you are a moron. I'm like, you are a moron. You put a hole in a boat, it's going to sink. Anyway, buddy, I just wanted to make sure that was the real you, buddy.
No, it's not. It's somebody totally different. I don't know who it is.
So, can I block him?
No.
That's right, Randall. I found out the truth. Randall, do you know who's here? The great and amazing Lord Visions is here.
And the great and fantastic Richie Wright is here. Richie.
That's true.
Wright.
That's true. And Randall, do you know what I'm drinking out of right now? The limited edition Randall mug.
All right.
And I was telling everybody, Visions runs his own website. It's his own business. I think it's so fucking cool that Vision said, hey.
I actually run Vision's website for him. A lot of people don't know that. I'm the webmaster of Vision's website.
Randy is lying his ass off tonight.
I'm not lying. What are you talking about?
Visions, I would take that as a personal, thing. I would take that personally, Visions. Visions is going to find you, Randall, and cut out your lying tongue.
He's going to find me and give me a stripper deck.
Well, I've got the stripper deck. I'm going to mail that to you.
All right.
That's going to be one of your Christmas presents from Visions to you. I'm just mailing it to you.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I thought like a stripper deck, I was going to be like, look, like, I want some naked ladies on this stripper deck. And there was no naked ladies.
Yeah.
Anyway, Randall, I'll let you go, buddy. I just wanted to call and see how you were doing. Randall, I'm still out of stream time, so if you want to come in, I'll call you in a bit, and I'll have your voice in the background, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to get back to the stream.
Okay.
All right, bye, buddy.
Bye.
All right, so that was Randall. Visions, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. You run your website, and what I was trying to say before Randall rudely interrupted me, I'm just joking, Randall. You know I love you, buddy, is if you want your own Randall mug, Visions has no problem making you a mug. You just got to go to his website, click on the email, and go, yo, Visions, here's some money, make me a mug, and Visions will make it. Visions will make you, but see, I got the very first one, so it's a limited edition. Oh, shit. Anyway. Let's get back to the chat. Let's see here. Because I haven't read many. Here we go. So, let's see. Vision said, I would have tied all the dead bodies together and floated on that. I mean, that's kind of twisted, Visions, but I know you're into all that goth stuff, so that would have worked too. But I'm telling you, I don't understand why people were like, hey, like, all the lifeboats are gone. So what? Just get on a piece of wood and float on that. Because no sinking would have took fears down. I'm just saying. Nothing against, I mean, it was a tragic accident. Tons of people died. Out of 2,228 souls aboard, only 705 people made it. So, yeah. But anyway, Cameo Man says, hey, Visions, hey, Richie. Vision says, hey, Richie, hey, Randy. Fears was the iceberg that sunk... Fears was the iceberg that sunk Titanic. Oh, shit. Man, Randy's a trolling tonight. That's all right. That's all right. Randy, the next time I come to visit you, I'm going to kick your fucking ass. I'm just joking. I'm not going to kick Randy's ass. Let's see. Pretend Story says, yeah, buddy. Vision says, howdy, chat. Let's see. Hero says, yo, yo, yo. What's up, Heroes? Good to see him. Richard says, my mommy grounded me from YouTube. Oh, wow. Okay. Hero says, I just got back from doing a birthday toy hunt and got some... Oh, nice. Nice. Well, here's the thing, LC. That's awesome that you got tons of shit. The better question is, are you going to live stream it? Are you going to do a live stream unboxing? Or are you going to make a video out of it? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let's see. Richie says, not much. I'm just chilling. To the boot. Hero says, to the boot, baby. Now I'm here smoking and drinking. Nice, nice. Well, here, I'm going to call LC before I continue the stream because I got to hear about this big birthday bash toy hunt. I hate not having fucking stream time. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Well, hate's a strong word. I strongly dislike it because I want my fans and my friends to be in the chat, in the stream with me. Cannot wait to get some more stream time. I'm calling Sam real quick. Pick up, Sam. I know you can do it. Pick it up. Sam, you pick up this fucking phone right now. I'm just joking. He's probably at work. Sam's been working away. I've been working away too. I'm gonna go nuts. I'm gonna go nuts on his voicemail. I'm gonna go fucking nuts on his phone. You may hang up or press 1 for more options. Sam, you goddamn motherfucker. You goddamn motherfucker. Where are you? When Fierce calls you, pick up the goddamn phone. I'm just joking, Sam. I'm just joking, buddy. Anyway, I hope you're having a good night at work, man. I'm going to tell you the same thing I told LC. I cannot wait until you're off, I'm off, LC's off, and we do the big, whether we go to Gators and hang out and drink and go nuts and pick, and look at pretty girls and, go ballistic, or as LC would say, pick up some shorties. Let's do it, man, because LC and me really want to hang out. I miss you, buddy. I know you're working, and that's good. Making money, making moolah. That's good. I'm proud of you, man. I'm missing, killing zombies with you. We were supposed to be shooting zombies in space this weekend. Anyway, I hope things get better, Sam, because I know you're going through a bunch of stuff right now, buddy. And I know you're not in the best of moods, but I just called to cheer you up, man. I love you. And next weekend, buddy, hopefully we're going to be shooting some zombies. All right, later. Sam's been going through some stuff. I can't really say what he's been going through because it's none of your guys' business. No offense. And I'm not about to tell all of Sam's, dirty work. He just said, Fierce, I can't hang out this weekend. I need a weekend by myself. I was like, I get it, buddy. I understand. I'm like, I've been there. All right, LC. Let's talk to this motherfucker. I'm just joking. LC's not a motherfucker. I'm just playing around. All right, here we go. This will be the last phone call.
Your guys' business, no offense.
Yo, LC.
Yo.
What's up, motherfucker? Dude, how was the toy hunt, man? How was the toy hunt?
It's good. Who the fuck is that for my daughter? That motherfucker.
Wait, what now?
Nothing. Actually, I thought somebody was knocking. Everything went awesomely.
Yeah?
I just got back to the better go, cannot complain. You know what I mean?
So, I got a question. Are you going to be editing a vlog, or are you going to be doing a live stream of your toy?
No. It ain't no live stream. I just, normally, just like my regular toy hunt videos. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm going to hunt, and then right now I'm editing the video, and I'll probably drop the video on Monday or something.
Well, listen, before I go to work on Monday, I'll watch the video. I finally stopped being a shitty friend, and I finally watched your 2 videos of you and your family going to see Black Panther, and I thought the vlogs were great, buddy.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I'm about to go later on tonight around 11 o'clock again to go see Black Panther again.
Oh, you're gonna go see it again? Nice.
Yeah. They're the showing at 11 o'clock tonight, so might as well. And listen, I keep telling you, my dude, when you go live, I told you to go live with a buddy. Remember?
I totally forgot, man. I totally forgot.
That's the only way. When you go live, use that one. That way, every time that you want to add somebody, you don't have to worry about it.
I know. I totally forgot. I got home at around 5:30 because that tour that I took today was like 2.5 hours, almost 3. It's a good tour though. You should take you and your family to the Titanic Museum. It was awesome. And then I took a shower and then I just started the stream. And right when you said it, I was like, oh, son of a bitch. I'm like, it doesn't matter that you need stream time. You can just click on that, add a friend thing. And I completely forgot.
Yeah, I told you that.
My bad, buddy. Well, next time I'll try to do it. But I'm telling you, man, check this out. Check out, have you and your wife ever went to this? It was such a cool tour, man. It was awesome.
No, I never been to that one.
It's really good.
I never went. I went to like the other place one, like the Capone.
Yeah.
Like the Mafia one. I've been to the Medieval Times.
Oh, I definitely have to go back to Medieval Time. I went there back in like 2009 when my buddy Eric still worked and lived down here. But we'll have to that would be a great vlog. You, me, your wife, all your kids. We should just all go to Medieval Times. That would be sweet. And I keep telling Sam, I don't know if I told you, man, me and Sam were supposed to hang out this weekend. But, I don't want to tell people on camera, but I could tell he was emotionally drained and he was tired. And
yeah, you should have called me. Part of me was like, oh, I should call this fucker Fierce to see if he wants to come through and chill.
I would have went out, man. But I didn't know if you were like doing something with your family this weekend. I was like, I didn't want to.
I told you, my wife works on the weekends. I'm on vacation, so I'm off all week, bro. I told you that.
Are you off next weekend?
I'm off. I don't work weekends.
Okay.
I'm off. Yeah, I'm off on the weekend. So
well, maybe next weekend, because me and Sam are supposed to game next weekend. So maybe like while I'm waiting for him to get off of work, me and you can we can do something during the day, buddy.
Yeah.
Because
I was thinking about it too. I was like, oh, it was a good day. I said, even you would have got lucky if you would have went with me and maybe had a toy hunt.
Yeah, and I've been dying to go on a toy hunt with you. But basically, to sum it up, is I could tell Sam was emotionally tired and drained. So that was one thing that was bothering me. He goes, man, I'm working so much. I'm so tired. I was like, I get it, man. I'm like, I'm just as tired. I'm like, they're working us ragged. And I said, I'm glad that we're working. I'm glad you're making enough money. I'm making money. That's good. I said, just we need some sleepy time. And then second, he goes, well, I don't want to hang out this weekend. It's not your fault, Fears. He goes, I'm going through some drama. And that's all I want to say.
No, yeah.
Because it's none of the fans' business. And Sam told me behind the scenes, and I was like, "Oh man, that is crazy, dude." I said, "Sam, you don't have to put up with that crap." And he's like, "Yeah."
Everybody got their own shit that they go to. So it's understandable, you know.
But see, I hate to see like my buddies like in a bad mood. And oh man, I think that's the most I've seen. Like, because normally, Sam's he's a stand-up guy, and he's always positive, and he's always making the fans laugh, making me laugh, making you laugh. This is the first time I saw him kind of like bummed out, and I was like, oh shit, something's bothering him. So hopefully he gets through all this.
Yeah, hopefully it does, man, because, hey, I was going to tell you, man, but yeah, I know you had your days off all the weekdays, but I'm telling you, man, you got to come through. We are going to see what you were doing on Monday. What you doing? What time you work Monday?
Monday, the first job I have to go in at 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock on Monday, and then the second job is like not right after it. I sleep for a couple hours. Monday I have to go in at 2 o'clock in the morning. So really the best days to hang out during the week is like Wednesday. Yeah. But if we.
The only reason I was asking is because since I was on vacation and Monday is really the only times I told you. Monday is the only time that they do the unlimited all you can eat chicken wings. You know
I know. Just
we definitely gotta hit that up one of these days.
At some point we will. we'll either have to do it on the weekend, but this Monday I can't because the first job starts at 5 and the second job starts like at 3 in the morning. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that.
But anyway, and Sam told me, he said, hey, tell LC I'm sorry I haven't called him. Because I gave him, I was like, I'll just give you the number. And I said, you guys, he goes, I'm just in a bad mood. That's the reason why we haven't gotten together. So. But he said, but Sam said, tell LC we'll eventually get to it. And I said, listen, man, I said, if we have to do it in December, I said, that's fine. I said, you let us know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just chill. The other day, it won't be no birthday. We just chilling.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm chilling all week.
Because listen, we got all the time. We got all the time in the world. I'm like, I'm only 39 once. I don't care if we celebrate my birthday and LC's birthday in December. Fuck it. Let's go. We're already celebrating Christmas in December. Fuck it. Let's just do an all extravaganza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whatever. Don't gotta be nothing crazy.
All right, buddy. Well, I will. When are you dropping your video on Monday so I can watch it before I go into work?
Well, I'm editing it now. I'm doing the edits now, so I normally drop them at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so Monday I'll check it out right before I go in.
No problem, my brother.
All right.
Have a good one, brother. Have a good stream. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You already know me. I'll let you later.
All right, later, man. Peace. All right, subscribe to his channel. LC, subscribe to that son of a bitch. I love you, buddy. LC, Heroes and Villains Collectibles. Oh, yeah. All right, back to the chat, back to the review. I loved it. I loved this museum. It's not the first time I've done it. There was another Titanic artifact museum in Arizona. So I did one when I was in film school. I was dating this girl, named Amy in film school. She was nice until she went a little cuckoo, and then Fears had to get the hell out of there. She was becoming a little cuckoo. I don't know. She lost her job, and then after she lost her job, she went completely batshit crazy. And I was like, I need to leave. I need to get out of here. So it was pretty nuts. But when I was dating her, she loved the Titanic history too, just like me. And in downtown Phoenix, they have a museum. I don't know if it's still there, but back in I went to film school between 2007 and 2010. Back then, they had a museum, and that's when we did it the first time. I took some pictures, if I believe. I didn't take any video, but I took some pictures. And so I told them when I got there, I was like, hey, this ain't the first time I've done this. And they said, oh, yeah. They said, wherever else did you go and do? I said, I went to film school in Arizona. She goes, oh, yeah. She goes, I think that one still exists. And I said, do you know? And they said, no, we're not for sure. But they said it's in Phoenix, right? I said, yep. I said, I went down to downtown Phoenix, and I said, I went and did that one. She goes, oh, well, if you liked that one, then you'll love the Orlando one. And she goes, is this the first time you went to the Orlando one? I went, oh, yeah, that's the first time. So it was really good. So if you're in the Orlando area, check it out. Here, let me, I'm gonna have to get caught up with the fans. Let's see here. Subscribe to Richie Wright, Pretend Stories, LC, Visions. Let's see. Heroes and Villains says, what's good? Richie says, not much, chilling out. To the boot, baby. Now I'm smoking. Let's see. Pretend Story says, when's the Gators' birthday boy hangout? Hopefully ASAP, because I can't wait for that. LC can't wait for it, and we all know that Sam cannot wait for it. I'm going to try to get Randall to come out so all the boys are there, you know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see. LC says, I'm still hanging out with my birthday weekend. Went on a toy hunt. That's awesome. I can't wait to see the video, buddy. Chicken Wizard's in the house, and he says, keep on rocking them, rolling Fears. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. Well, thanks, Chicken Wizard. I appreciate that. Good to see you, Chicken Wizard. It's been a minute since I've seen you in the chat. Good to see Visions back in the chat, man. I hadn't seen him for 4 or 5 streams because I was doing a lot of streaming during the day. And Visions is a night person just like me. Fears can't wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning. No! I'm more of an afternoon delight type of guy. That's why I work at night. I can never see myself getting up at 4. How people can get up at 4 or 5 in the morning baffles me. My dad did it for all of his career. He would wake up at 6 a.m. and he'd be in the office by 7:45. So shout out to my dad. It is possible, but my dad got a lot of money, so that's why he did it, you know. Plus, he loved his job. My job, I like where I work, but I don't know if I would want to do it for a long-term career. You know, it's just to pay the bills. It's a great job. It's nice people. I love it. But I always try to live by my dad's example and strive for excellence. So Fears is still looking. So after I come home from church tomorrow, I'm going to be surfing the net and applying to some more jobs that pay more. So yeah. Speaking of church, tomorrow, big barbecue at church. I cannot wait. Because I've been going to this church all my life, ever since I was 4 years old. But it's been 8 or 9 months since I've been to the Orlando version of my church. And they said, oh, Fears, you're in for a treat. And I said, oh, yeah? I said, why is that? They said, because last year was our first year doing the food truck. And they said, because everyone's so busy around Thanksgiving, we never get to have a church-like family Thanksgiving. And I was like, yeah, that sucks. She goes, well, we started doing it last year. She goes, so we have a food truck come. People bring appetizers and hors d'oeuvres and drinks. And she goes, we just have like a little Thanksgiving party before Thanksgiving. So they put me in charge of drinks and desserts. So Fears bought a big gallon of Sprite, 2 liter. So I'm going to bring some Sprite, because I love Sprite. And then you cannot have a Thanksgiving dinner without pumpkin pie, baby. It is necessary. It's a must. And so for anyone that doesn't like pumpkin pie, fuck you. I'm just joking. But you should try it. You should try pumpkin pie. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So I bought a pumpkin pie, so I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. I will vlog it. So Fears is getting more into I'm getting back, baby. I'm coming back with a fire. I was going nuts on the streams, but I took a bunch of my fans' advice. They went, Fears, too many streams. Stream. And Jason, my buddy, said, Fears, you're never going to get any new subscribers if you just keep streaming. Because they said it's usually, the same 20, 30 people. And I was like, yeah, about. And Jason was all like, what's a good Fears stream? I said, a good Fears stream, usually 12, 13, 14, 15 people watch. I said a bad stream was like when I've got like only like 3 or 4 people watching. Like right now, I've got 11 people watching, but that's a really good one. So, Jason was like, well, Fears, if you make more vlogs, he said, then you'll get new streamers. You'll get new subs coming in. They said, and this is how you do it. He goes, make a 5-minute to 15-minute vlog with a real catchy title and a good thumbnail, and more people will come in. And I said, okay, cool. And then Jason was like, and then just do 1 or 2 streams a week, because Jason was right. I was running out of topics. I would just look on the camera and I would be like, hey guys, I've got nothing, so you guys make up the topics. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's see. Cameo Man says, yo, Fears, what did you think of Wakanda Forever? Well, I haven't watched it yet. I have not watched it, but it's on my to-do list. I'm gonna go eventually. Hero says, I did it, Fears. I officially passed you in subscribers. What? That's all right, buddy. I'm proud of you. Fears will eventually I will get that title back. Don't worry. So, Randall, I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet, but eventually, I'm going to go see it. Eventually. Just whenever I get some more time. So, Visions has already seen it. Visions has already seen it twice. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, this is his 3rd time, right? You went once with the kids, not Visions, I'm sorry. LC, you went once with your kids, and then you went once with the wife, right? So this will be the 3rd time he's going to see it, so it must be good. So yeah. Anyway, back to the tour. So I was thinking, last night I'm like, where could I go for my next adventure vlog? I'm like, the fans love when I vlog. And it doesn't even have to be an adventure vlog. They like it when I vlog normal stuff. They like it when I do the toy vlogs. And I was like, it's got to be big. I haven't done something big in quite a while. So Chicken Wizard, at first I was going to go to the Tampa Fire Museum, the Fire Department Museum. But when I checked their website, guys, they only do it during the week. They don't do it on the weekend. So I'll probably never get to that one. Well, at least while I'm doing these two jobs, I won't. If I get a better job, then, maybe I can get it during the week. So I was like, what else could I do? And a year ago, I wanted to go to this Titanic museum. And every time, either something would get in the way, or I would just spend my money on something else and vlog that. And finally, I was like, Fears, I'm drawing a line. You have got to go do it. I'm like, quit procrastinating and do it. So I was like, this is the perfect time. I got nothing to do on Saturday, like this Saturday. I'm like, it's better just to get out. I'm like, Fears, you got to keep busy like your friends and your parents say. Because I love my dad, but I'm telling you, I've been staying as busy as I can. And sometimes I get really depressed if I'm just sitting around watching movies or Star Trek because I'm thinking about my dad 24/7. And my dad does not want me to do that, So I was like, all right, what could I do? So I'm just looking, and I wrote stuff to do in Orlando. Boom. Not the first thing, but one of the first things that pops up was the Titanic thing. And I was like, you know what? I wanted to do that like a year ago. I'm like, why not, Fears? So I look online, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, hopefully this is not astronomical prices. So I went, I was like, oh, $21? It's not too bad. So I booked it, and the first thing I asked, I said, can you take pictures and video? And they said, in certain areas. And I said, oh, why is that? And they said, well, some of the artifacts, if you put a flash on it, it will affect the artifacts because they're so old. And I was like, no, I get it. I'm like, most of those artifacts are 110 years old. I'm like, I get it. And they said, in some areas, I didn't know this, but Starline, which owned the Titanic, Starline is still a business. Now it's a Carnival cruise liner and all that. And they say, well, they own the rights to the Titanic and they own all this stuff. And they said some things they don't want people to film. And I said, okay. And I said, in what areas can I film? And they said, when you get there, ask them. And they said, oh, you can film this, you can film that. Don't film there, don't film this. And so I obeyed all the rules. When I got there, I went in, and then they're like, did you buy a ticket? Do you want to buy a ticket now, or did you book it online? I said, I booked mine online. And they were like, what's your name? I was like, Fears, Fears. And the lady thought I had a really cool name. She's like, is it Fierce? And I'm like, no, that would be the word fierce, Firce. My name is Fears, Fears. And she's all like this. She's like, she's typing, and she's like, so Fears? I'm like, Fears, like you fear something. And she went, oh, Fears. And in my mind, I'm like, this happens all the time. I'm like, just be nice about it, Fears. Because I love people, but I don't like when, just like any other person doesn't like when you mispronounce someone's name. I hate mispronouncing people's names because it's very rude. I hate it just as much as when someone mispronounced my name. But this lady was so sweet. Super sweet. I was like, don't get mad, Fears, just explain it. It just sucks sometimes that you have to keep explaining it. Anyway, so she's like, Fears, right? And I said, yeah, Fears, like you fear something. Like Halloween fear. And she goes, oh, okay, I got it. And then she's like, oh, so you booked online. And she goes, is this your first time? I said, it's my very first time. She goes, do you like Titanic? And I said, I do. I said, I wrote 2 reports. I said, I wrote one in high school, one in college. And I said, I always thought it was very cool history and stuff. I said, it's a tragedy that it happened and so many people died. And she goes, it really is. And she goes, well, you'll love this tour. And I said, I called and asked permission. I said, you can take pictures and video in certain areas. She goes, yeah, in certain areas. She's like, do you know the areas? I said, well, no. I said, that's the reason why. I said, before I go in, can you tell me the areas of where you can film? She goes, oh, absolutely. She goes, you can film all of this. And she showed me on a map. She's like, you can film all of this. You can film this. She's like, you can't film this. You can't film that. So you'll see in the vlog where I have to kind of like tilt the camera this way because they don't want this area to be filmed. One area I accidentally, because no one told me, I guess she forgot, I'm filming, and all of a sudden you hear some lady, oh, no, you can't film. And I went, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, it already happened. I was filming. And she goes, it's fine. She's like, just don't film anymore. That one I didn't know about because I guess the lady forgot to tell me. But mostly you could film the whole tour. There was just some areas you couldn't. She's like, same thing. She's like, same thing with pictures. So there it is. Visions is laughing. I don't know what he's laughing about. Probably something in the chat. Chicken Wizard says, I hope you get to go to another Toy Man in Missouri. I love those videos. Oh, believe me, Chicken Wizard. So my friend Chris, it's funny that you bring that up. My friend Chris wrote me probably a month or two ago and said, Fears, are you coming to visit your family anytime soon? I was like, well, I was just there, man, to bury my dad. And he goes, yeah, I saw that, man, online. He goes, I'm really sorry. I said, oh, thanks, buddy. I said, I appreciate that. And he's like, how are you dealing with all that? I was like, some days are good, some days are bad, man. I said, just like anyone, going through that shit, I said, you just got to take it one day at a time. And he's like, the reason why I messaged you, man, he goes, man, we got some big shows coming up. And I was like, yeah? I'm like, how big? He goes, oh, well, dude, the Toy Man, since you've been gone, has expanded. And I was like, really? And he goes, oh, yeah, man. Because Chicken Wizard, I don't know if you knew this, Chris's dad used to own the Toy Man. So Chris's dad used to own the Toy Man. Then I believe he either passed it along to Chris or Chris inherited it when his dad died. So it was one of those. Anyway, Chris owns it now. And his dad is unfortunately no longer here. And I believe I met Chris's dad. Chris's dad was a really cool fucking guy. So anyway, so Chris is like, Fears, you gotta come home at some point and do a show. And I said, well, every time I have came home, you don't have any shows around. He goes, I'll get you next year's, schedule. I said, yeah. I said, just take a picture of the schedule. So Chicken Wizard, I told him, I said, take a picture of that. I've posted, their schedule on that. Chris always puts them on different colored paper. I've Instagrammed them tons of times. I've posted them on my Facebook tons of times. So I'm like, Chris, do me a favor. I'm like, take a picture. Take a picture of it. I said, I'll save it. And I said, the next time I book my ticket to come to, to Missouri and visit my family, my friends and shit, I said, I definitely will try and make it. So it's cool that you brought that up, Chicken Wizard. I'm on it. I want to go to one of those shows because that's probably one of my favorite toy shows is my friend Chris's Toy Man Toy Show. Nothing against all the shows out here. Shout out to my friend Jeff. My friend Jeff puts on amazing toy shows and collectibles and all that stuff out here. And Jeff, you're doing a great job. Keep it up, buddy. But Chris has been doing it ever since he was 9 or 10, when his dad owned it. Chris has told me so many stories. Oh, yeah, Fears, I would come, even before Chris got a job. Chris works in security. I'm not going to tell you what company because that's none of your business. But Chris works in security just like I did. And he's like, oh, yeah, Fears, before I got a job, he goes, always on the weekends, man. Almost every Sunday, we did the toy shows. He goes, then after my dad died, he goes, I couldn't do it every single Sunday like how my dad did it. So he goes, now I do them once every other month. And I'm like, right on, man. It's a good show. And the facility that he does it in, super good. So, Chicken Wizard, I'm on it. I will get back to it. I don't know when, eventually, but I will get back to it, buddy. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Let me scroll up. Let's see here. Let's see. What up, JG? He says, just Google it. Oh yeah, you can Google the website. You can Google the website for the Titanic Museum, and I highly encourage everybody to go and do it. So anyway, I get in there. It's decorated beautifully inside. I would give it probably an 8 out of 10 because there is a few things. They only have one bathroom, and it's in the very back of the facility. I'm sure they have a bathroom for staff, but they're not going to let you use that one. They only have one public restroom in there. I go in, it's like Creature from the Black Lagoon in the fucking bathroom. They need to clean it every 2 to 3 hours. I would suggest that. It wasn't horrible, but on the floor there was so much trash. Then I guess someone doesn't have really good aim. I go to sit down on the toilet to go number 2. I had to wipe off the seat. There's piss all in the toilet, piss all over the seat, piss on the floor. And I'm like, holy Jesus. It was bad. So finally, I get the janitor, and I was like, buddy, I'm like, you have got to clean up in here. And he's like, why? What's going on? I'm like, have you seen it in there? And Fears being a little OCD, I can't live in filth. So my apartment is immaculate. And I was like, I had to use the restroom. So I'm like, have you seen it in there? And he's like, oh yeah. He goes, well, lots of people kind of go in and out. He goes, we try to clean it at least once or twice a day. I'm like, it needs to be cleaned more than once or twice a day. So, but for the most part, it is amazing in there. The bathroom, it just needs a little work. The parking, whenever I do a Google review, the parking needs work. There's only a little bit of parking in the front, and then in the back, the parking lot is so bumpety because like the concrete is broken, and I'm like, dude, they need to repave this shit. So I had to park in the back on the roughy terrain. So there's that. The staff is wonderful. The staff is absolutely fantastic. Nicest people in the world. The tour takes anywhere from, if you race through it, you can probably get it done in about 30 minutes. I took my time because I was reading stuff, I was taking pictures, I was taking video. It took me about 2 hours, around 2 hours, but I almost stayed 3 because I was like, well, I want to get my money's worth. So I went through it. I'll tell you guys some of the highlights. Some of the highlights, you go through, and at one port, you go through this door, and they've recreated a first-class like stateroom. Super nice, super immaculate, fantastic. You go down another corridor. They've recreated the grand staircase, and Fear's got a picture on it. Let me show you. So if you get one picture, it's $20. So not bad. Then the lady was like, oh, I love this lady. She was trying to negotiate Fear. She said, well, I can take 3 or 4 photos. I'm like, no, I don't need 3 or 4 photos. Because in my mind, I'm like, 3 or 4 photos, that means ranking up the price to astronomical prices like 40, 50. Hey, Fears, pay $100. And I'm like, no, you can kiss my ass. I just need 1 photo. I'm good. So, yeah. So she was trying to negotiate Fears. I was like, oh. I'm like, you have no idea. I'm like, Fears is the master negotiator. So I'm like, no, your little negotiation things are not going to get a one-off on Fears. So it comes in this nice little sleeve. So bam, right here. Orlando. Yeah, very nice. Every single one has a different writing on here. So this one is about a pocket watch that they found. But the next guy could have something else. And it tells you the history on each artifact. Mine was, they found an old pocket watch, and it was owned by Thomas William Solomon. It was his personal pocket watch. Second-class passenger. He was 60 years old when he died. He owned a hotel in Cape Town, South Africa. He was relocating to Seattle, Washington, along with his wife. His wife's name was Elizabeth. She was 40. And their 15-year-old daughter, Edith. As the Titanic started to sink, Mr. Brown placed his wife and his daughter in a lifeboat. They were put in lifeboat 14. He remained on board and did not survive. Recovered from the ocean depths was his pocket watch, and it was set to 12:02. That's when I guess the watch went dead. Before his daughter died, she added in the watch to the collection. I don't know how. I guess she had the watch. Like, I guess he gave the watch or something, but they added the watch to the collection. There it is. And there's the nice picture of Fears on the grand staircase. So there it is. Uh-oh, and the picture's coming out. Give me a second here. So, I don't know. I may not keep it in this. I may get a frame for it, and I'll put it on the wall somewhere. But, all right, let me just take it out. There we are. So there it is. Now, the funny thing about this, guys, is I'm wearing a Christmas shirt. I wish I wouldn't have worn the Christmas shirt. But someone bought me this Christmas shirt as a gift. So I was like, what the hell? I'll wear it. The recreation of the grand staircase, amazing. Amazing. I felt so already Fears is a small guy. I'm only 5'6". I'm standing in this recreation of this room, right? I felt even more smaller than I already am. I'm looking up, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, this thing is massive for the hall. It was the grand staircase hallway. And this was on This was 6 decks down. So it went from the top of the deck, you'd go down some stairs, then on that section was the first class lounge, the first class they had a church. So on that level there was the church, the lounge, the restaurant. You went down this was the first grand staircase. Went down, had some staterooms, went down again. That was the second staircase to the second class. There was more staterooms there. And then the third class did not have a grand staircase. They just had like these real little metal black stairs because they were third class passengers. So picture came out very nice. Pretty nice. Fears did get a boarding pass. And this is the coolest thing about this, guys. Each person on these cards, you either live or died, right? Live or died. So I want to know in the chat, do you think Fears' person lived or died? Let me know. Randall said that he recreated a DeLorean time machine. Oh, you did, Randall. You did. Or actually, Fears did, because that was in our first presidential campaign. If you guys have never seen those, every time election year comes up, and the election is coming up, Randall, so, because that fucking crazy motherfucker Trump is going to run again. Lord have mercy on our souls. He's a good businessman, but holy crap, I don't want him again for a president. Holy shit. So, every time the presidential, campaign comes up, Randall and me make fake John Fears presidential campaigns. Randall is so good at making these don't you want a man of confidence? Don't you want a man to lead us into the next century? Well, you should vote for John Fears. And he's like, John Fears hasn't committed crimes like all the other presidential campaigns. John Fears is a sweet little golden angel. And only Randall can make these. Oh my God, they're so good. They are so good. So, I cannot wait for Randall and me to start making some more. Randall said, hey, Fears, I got your staircase right here. Okay. That's pretty funny. Vision says dead. Wait, dead? Dead. Wait, who's dead, Visions? Hero says, I just finished editing my toy hunt video. It's ready for Monday, 10 a.m. Take notes, Fears. I will, buddy, because I'm trying to get that content more out there. I still have a video to edit. It's been 3 years. Visions, I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I'm working on an LC. I promise you, I'm trying to get more content out faster. So, yeah. So, yep. Visions said he will not come on camera until that video is up. Which, that's fair. That's fair enough. Fair enough. So, anyway, I got the picture. If you guys, I'll give you a hint of who Fears was. Fears was the richest man on the ship. How ironic, because my mom and dad are very rich. I'm not rich, but my dad and my mom are. That's right. Fears was Colonel John Jacob Astor IV, the richest man on the ship. But it just goes to show you that you can have all the money in the world, and he died. He died. His wife survived, but he was kind of being a little naughty. His wife, he was like 40, 41. John Jacob Astor, are you guys ready for this? He married a 19-year-old, and she was pregnant. So back then, it was okay to date a 19-year-old when you're like 40. Now, today, in today's standards, people would be like, what the fuck are you doing? You're 40 and you're marrying a 19-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So, Fears was John Jacob Astor. It's got all of the notes about him. He was not 41. He was 47, so that makes it even worse. So he was 47, married to a 19-year-old. He was from New York, New York. He was accompanied by his wife and his dog. So his dog did not make it. His dog died. He was a first-class passenger. He was in England, but he was traveling back to New York, New York. They were on their honeymoon. It says the Astors had been on a long, long honeymoon in Europe, partly to get away from the gossip about their difference in age. Difference in age is that's an understatement. Dude, you're 47 and you're married to a 19-year-old. What the fuck? You know? And it says the couple decided to return to the United States when they learned that Madeline was pregnant. It says John Jacob Astor was the richest man on the ship. Back in 1912, he was worth, are you ready for this? $100 million in British money. They said in American money, that would be $1.7 billion. So he definitely had some coin. So there it is. There it is. Yep. Let's see here. Vision says, I'm hiring Felissa Rose on Cameo Man to bully you into releasing it sooner. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Oh, Lord. That's crazy. That is crazy, Visions. Let's see here. Vision says, that's who came and founded Astoria, the Goonies town. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Nice. Well, buddy, I cannot wait to check out Astoria with you. When I come to visit Visions, we got a few things on the to-do list. We're definitely going to get some pizza and some beer, and we're definitely going to do some gaming videos, Visions. And I am getting Visions on camera. I don't know about the entire vlog, because he said he likes to be kind of behind-the-scenes kind of guy, but I promise you guys, I'm going to ask Visions permission, at least get one frame of him, at least in one scene of the vlog. It's going to be a lot of Visions in the background and just hearing his voice and just having me on camera. Because Vision said he's kind of shy, which I respect, and he said he's not really an on-the-camera type of guy. And I was like, I get it, buddy. Just hanging out with a fan and a friend will be awesome. But we're definitely going to check out some Goonie locations, because it's not Fears' favorite movie, but it's one of my favorite childhood movies. One of them. My favorite movie of all time is this motherfucker right here. That's right. That movie is perfect. There's not one scene in Ghostbusters that Fears doesn't like. It's a perfectly shot film. It's fucking hilarious. My favorite Ghostbuster of all time is Mr. Dan Aykroyd / Ray Stantz. Because Ray Stantz is the heart of the Ghostbusters. Egon is the brains of the Ghostbusters. And Peter Venkman is the mouth of the Ghostbusters. And then Winston is the everyday kind of guy, because he's not a scientist. But that movie is fan-fucking-tastic. That me and Visions, we're going to go to the very last known blockbuster. And that's in... Is that Washington, Visions, or is that Oregon? I can't remember. Somewhere around there. And Fears has to buy some type of thing from the very last blockbuster. Whenever they were closing the blockbuster down in Wentzville, Missouri, where my mom and dad live now, I remember they were closing it down, and they were like, half off, movies, half off. You know, so a $25 movie, they were selling for like $8 or $9 or some shit. So I was like, oh, I've got to go. And Fears bought like 20 movies, and each movie was like $1 or something. They're like, yeah, we need to get rid of all this shit. And I was like, why are you guys closing down? They said, because not a lot of people are renting movies anymore. It's all online. I was like, yeah, I get it. So anyway. Now inside this bag, so I got the picture. Everybody gets one of these. In here is what I bought, the merch. It was only $5. Shh, $5. They wanted 10, and I was like, no. So I said, come on. I said, Fears put on the sympathy, a tear to my eye. I was like, I don't know if I can pay 10. Would you take 5? She's like, all right. She's like, you're going to plug us in a video. I was like, I will. So I'm always working on those deals, but I'm not going to show this today. This is going to be, I'm going to wrap it and put it underneath the tree. So it'll be in the Christmas unboxing video. It is a movie prop, though. It's a replica. It's not a real one. It's a replica. but it's going to be added to my movie props. So you're going to have to wait. Shh, mum's the word. All right. So all in all, today was amazing. Right after the tour, went and got some food. Talked to my mom for about an hour. My mom's doing all right. She's doing better. Her arm is getting better. So for everyone that doesn't know, I love Enzo to death. I would never hurt Enzo. He's amazing. He just kind of pissed me off because he's supposed to listen to his masters. He did not listen. My mom's taken Enzo for a walk, and my mom loves walking Enzo. I love walking Enzo. All of a sudden, Enzo heard a dog bark, and he went like that and just jerked real fast. And I guess because he jerked too fast, my mom lost her footing, fell on this arm. Thank God she didn't break it. So I appreciate it. The Lord, mighty Savior, for taking care of my mom. She just cracked a bone. And I was like, Mom, you gotta take Enzo. Because my mom got Enzo training. My mom took Enzo. Before my dad died, my mom and my dad took Enzo to this training facility where they train your dog to, sit, lie down, listen to commands like Enzo up, Enzo down, stuff like that. And I guess he's getting kind of like, my mom's like, I need to take him back and take him to do more classes because he stopped listening to your brother. He stopped listening to me, and I'm on the phone with my mom. And I said, I noticed that too. I said, Mom, the last time, like I said, when I came to visit, I said after Dad's funeral and stuff, my mom had to go to the store and stuff for a few days. She went to the store like 3 days in a row. My mom's like, while I'm gone, can you feed and walk Enzo? I was like, yeah, sure. And Enzo did not listen to me, not once. And I was like, Enzo, what are you doing, dude? I'm like, because normally he listens. I'll be like, Enzo. I took the leash off, and I'm like, Enzo, go into the yard, take a crap, take a piss, come back. And he ran around the yard for like a half an hour. And I'm like, Enzo, poop, come. And my mom gave me a list of all the commands. Because my mom's like, if you don't do these commands, then he won't listen. So one of the commands was come. And I was like, come, Enzo. And he wouldn't. Finally, after a half an hour of him running around, I was like, well, eventually he's going to get tired. And then he'll either fall asleep in the yard or he'll fall asleep in his cage. So I let him run around, and I could tell he was getting exhausted. And then I said, Enzo, come. Then he finally came. I got him some water, gave him some food, put him back. But I was like, before I left, I was like, Mom, you have got to get more training because he's forgotten everything. So my mom's like, oh, I definitely will. She's like, because John, he never should have tugged like that because look what happened to me. And I said, I know. I said, I don't want Enzo hurting you. I said, that sucked that you cracked a bone, I'm like, you're my mother, for God's sakes. I'm like, I love you. I'm like, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. So, Visions, my mom's arm is in a sling now. And it's going to be in a sling for about, I think she said 8 or 9 weeks it'll take to heal the bone. So thank God it isn't broken. It's just cracked. My mom has to wear this like black, kind of sling brace on. And she said she takes it off every once in a while to like give her arm a break. So she's getting better. So please pray for my mom, guys. I know not everyone in the chat is religious, but the people that are religious, please pray for my mom. Please pray for Enzo. And as far as I know, my mom said Enzo's going to start his classes soon again. Because my mom's like, before your dad died, he was listening. So I think Enzo is starting to miss my dad too, because whenever my dad was still alive and my dad was doing good, and before my dad got really bad, my dad would take Enzo and stuff for walks too. And then anytime my dad was like just chilling on the couch, he would have Enzo on his lap, just watching some tunes. I think Enzo's starting to miss my dad. So he's been very naughty the last couple of months. So my mom's like, we've got to get him some more training class. I was like, I would. I said, Mom, you don't want to fall. I'm like, you don't want to fall down again. So I'll keep you guys updated. Vision said, what's inside of the bag? Is it Kate Winslet's titty? I mean, that would be nice. Because she's got some great breasts. Oh, yeah. Visions, I know what you're talking about. Listen, I've seen the Titanic movie. What the hell you watching Kate Winslet's tits for, man? You got a woman. Focus on Mrs. Vision's tits. You don't need to be looking at Kate Winslet's tits. I can look at her tits, but you already got a lady, so enough of that crap, Mrs. Visions would be quite upset. I'm sure she is. Mrs. Visions, I got your back. Don't be looking at Kate Winslet's tits, man. Come on. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. I don't care, Visions. I'm just joking around. You can look at her tits. Actually, I mean, you and your girlfriend, you're into that freaky deaky like gimp shit, right? So I'd be like, hey, Visions lady, join in. Let's feel some Kate Winslet's tits. So yeah, right on. No, you will find out what's in this bag on Christmas morning. It's a pretty cool prop. It's a replica. I wish it was real, because Fears doesn't have a lot of real props. I've got a lot of replicas. I do have a few. So if Visions, if you ever come to visit here, when you come into Casa de Fears, I will show you what's real and what's fake. But most of them are replicas and fakes. But I've got a few, because they cost an arm and a leg, dude. If they're real, of course they're going to be a lot more money. So yeah. Anyway, you guys, let's see. You guys should totally check out this this place. The museum was fantastic. So if you're ever in the Orlando area, check it out. Google it. All the information is online. I'm definitely gonna, whenever I make my vlog, I'm gonna put all the information, all the websites, everything that you guys need to know in the description. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to call Randy, and I'm going to chat with Randy for a couple minutes, and then that's going to be at the end. Fears is going to make some dinner. I'm going to make some dinner, and then I'm going to get to work on some videos. So I know for a fact I'm going to upload at least one video tonight. I got a surprise project that I'm working on that I think you guys will enjoy. And if you don't enjoy it, I don't care, because I'm going to upload whatever I want on my channels. So, yeah. But, Visions, I will say, the Kate Winslet's titty thing, as soon as I read your comment, I was fucking losing my mind. That was hysterical, buddy. That was hysterical. Listen, Fears wishes I could have a lady with, or I would go out with Kate Winslet. She's hot. She's not as hot as Neve Campbell, but she's pretty hot. Because Fears' celebrity crush will always be Neve Campbell. I don't care if she's 48 years old. She's a hot 48 years old. Who doesn't want to go out with Sidney Prescott? Sidney Prescott is hot beyond belief. So Neve Campbell, hopefully we get to meet one day. And Fears would not be shy. When I would go up to her, I'd be like, hello, Mrs. Campbell, nice to meet you. I'd take a picture with her. I would interview her, put her on the vlog channel. And either off camera or on camera, I'd be like, look, I just want to let you know something. I'm like, Fears got really into movies when I was 5 or 6 years old, and now the movie obsession has went even more into my adulthood. I just want to say that you were my first celebrity crush, and you will always be my first celebrity crush. Why? Because Neve Campbell is drop dead gorgeous. Drop dead gorgeous. So yeah. Anyway, Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. I'm going to let Lord Randall end this. So yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. So my review on the thing, 8.5. The place. It was really good.
Hello?
Randall, have you been watching the entire stream?
Lord Furious, are you off the stream now?
I am still on the stream. I'm about to end it.
Okay.
So I just thought you could help me.
You need to call me after the stream, because I got, some stuff to tell you.
Good stuff or bad stuff?
Good stuff.
Okay, good. Is it epic news like Randall doing an unboxing video of all the magic stuff that he got?
Did you see that?
I saw a little bit of it, buddy, and that was a pretty awesome night. So tell the fans where to go check it out, and just kind of give them a 10-second version of what you got and how you won that.
It's not a 10-second story, Furious. It's a long, involved story.
Well, just give me like...
Watch it at Cameo Man 2021, and check it out.
So just give me like a 20-second version. Like just name off like 3 epic things that you got in the whole box.
I got a stripper deck. I got a free suitcase. that's worth $250 by itself. Got a cool DVD called The Royal Road to Card Magic. So yeah, lots of cool stuff.
So, and basically, from what Randall told me, because Randall told me a little bit about this a couple of streams ago, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It happened about 2 or 3 weeks ago. You said you were doing your karaoke thing. Some guy was about to
No, it wasn't at a karaoke thing. I was doing. Did you watch the
I'm sorry, you were doing magic, right?
Yeah, I was doing magic on an actual stage.
And you said,
real, honest to goodness stage in front of like 40 or 50 people.
And I remember you were.
I didn't win. And then during the middle of it, during the halftime show, I went outside and I met this one magician, and we were talking. And then on the way back in, somebody came up to me with $100 worth of raffle tickets. They're like, "Hey, dude, it's a game night tonight. I need to go see and find out what's going on with my team.
Yeah.
So I gotta go. So I can't use these raffle tickets. So do you want these $100 of raffle tickets?"
Nice.
I'm like, "How much do you want for them?" She goes, "No." He goes, "They're free. You can have them for free."
So basically, you told me this story like it happened 2 or 3 weekends ago, and some guy was really nice, guys, and said, "Look, I can't stay for the whole night. I need to go watch my team." And this guy was so nice and just gave Randall $100 worth of tickets.
Yeah, and then I went inside and they called out the numbers, and the prize was for like $1,000 worth of Magic merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the $100 worth of tickets, and then the $1,000 worth of Magic merchandise on top of that. And,
Randall, I know you were ecstatic that night. You called me like, "Oh my God, Fears, you're never gonna believe it." Then you did a stream about it.
It was probably one of the best nights in a long time.
Would you say it's the best night of the entire year of like this year so far?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Well, buddy.
Well, I mean, like there was another good night where I made $100 doing magic off of one trick.
And you got that tip, right? You told me this story too. Some guy tipped you $100 or something.
Yeah, because I did a magic trick for him, and he goes, "Oh man, that was cool." And then I went to do a magic trick for another guy, and the other guy said, "Oh, can you make $100 disappear?" And the other guy came over and goes, "He can make $100 disappear. Watch this." And he slaps it in my hand. I'm like, "I'll just put that in my pocket."
Oh shit, Randall,
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Money. Oh yeah, buddy. Well, dude, that must have felt fantastic. I mean, so not only, so guys, check this out. You guys need to check out. He's my best friend, the mayor of Magic, and Cameo Man 2021. Randall, can I tell them the big announcement? We're talking a little bit about your new computer, but can I talk about the computer coming up?
Yeah, sure, if you want it.
Guys, in the middle of December.
I haven't decided on which one I want yet, though.
I know, so I won't tell them that part. But guys, in the middle of December, Randall is going to buy a Christmas present to him from him.
It's not a Christmas present.
Well, to me, it's a Christmas present,
It's not for you.
but not to Randall, because you're a Jehovah's Witness. But anyway, Randall, let me get through this. So, if I was buying it, it would be the best Christmas present ever. But Randall, it's just a present to him. In the middle of December, Randall hasn't decided when in the middle of December, but he's going to be getting a new computer, brand spanking new. Randall has not decided, but he came to me, and I think you said this on camera too. A couple weeks ago, you said, "Fears, the reason why I haven't been making content is my computers are so old." And I said, "Yeah, right on, Randall." And he said, "Well, I'm going to get a new one." So when he gets the new one, guys, we're talking tons of more Magic videos, tons of more Cameo Man cartoons, tons and tons of more Fears Man, and more delicious jams and jellies and more surprises for my best friend, Randall. Randall, are you excited?
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with Christmas.
I know it doesn't, buddy. I'm just saying, if it was me, that would be a great present for me to buy myself. But I mean, my computer's only, I forgot this analogy. My computer's like 4 years old. So in computer years, how?
Zoom Vision says that's nice of you to help him buy your computer.
Oh no! Listen, I would, Visions. I would.
Oh, yeah, he would.
I would help him, but Randall's already going to buy it himself. But I'm just saying, Randall, you said what's 4 years in computer years? Because you said every 6 or 7 years you have to buy.
A year is 20 years in computer years.
So mine's still not that bad. Mine's only.
Yours is like 248 years old, Fears. That's bad.
No, I've had it for, well, not even 4 years. I've had it for 3.5, and my computer still works absolutely fine. So.
Are you talking about the one you gave me?
No, my computer, mine. My newer one. Mine I've only had for 3.5 years. So
4 years is like 80 years old, Fierce.
So I'm sorry, it's about to be 4 years. After Christmas, I want to have this computer that I'm streaming on right now 4 years. So how many more years is it good, and how many more years do I have until I have to buy a new one?
You have until 5 years, because
Okay.
4 years is like 80 years old.
So really,
people die at age 80.
so really, I can have this computer for about 9 years, and then I'll have to buy a new one.
No, 9 times 4, Fierce. What is that? Do you know what that is?
36.
All right. So, yeah.
Because you said 5 more years.
9 years times 20 Fierce is what it is.
No, I thought you meant like I've almost had it 4 years, and you said how much longer could I have this computer, and you said about 5 years. So I added the.
20.
Well, I just added 4 and 5, and that's 9. So I thought you meant in like 9 years total, I'd have to get a new computer. But never mind, buddy.
Yeah.
So probably just to be safe, in another 4 years, guys, I'll probably get a new computer. I'm telling you, Randall, I love this Mac though. Like mine is the MacBook Pro. I love editing on MacBook. I've always had a MacBook. Even like in film school, I had a MacBook, and they're fantastic. But I cannot wait to see that new program, because Randall hasn't.
The new computer.
No. I was gonna say the new program that you're gonna download on your computer. You're gonna use Premiere, and then what's the other one you were thinking of doing?
I'm not gonna use Premiere. I'm gonna use DaVinci Resolve. Fierce, are you high right now? You're talking nonsense.
No, I'm just saying. I was saying you didn't decide. I was telling the fans you couldn't decide whether you were gonna do Premiere or the new one. And I was before you leave, I was gonna have. What's the difference between Premiere and this new program that you're gonna use?
I don't know. Well, one of them is free.
Okay. And one thing about me and Randall, we love free. So on the new program, can you do all the cartoon effects and stuff that you usually do?
I don't know. I've got to find out.
Okay. So the only reason why you would download Premiere is because I know for a fact Premiere, you do all that cartoon stuff on that.
Yeah.
So I hope the new program will allow you to do cartoons, because if not, you'll have to download 2 programs. But we'll see. But I'm excited, buddy. I'm excited. I cannot wait. The minute you buy it, take a picture of it, send it to me. I can't wait to see it. But anyway, buddy, I will let you go. I'm going to finish the stream, and I'll call you here in a few minutes.
All right, later, bye.
All right, bye, Randall. All right, guys, that was Randall. Subscribe to his channel. I couldn't remember all the details. I apologize, Randall. But very exciting news. Randall's going to get a new computer. Cannot wait to see it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks to Visions. Thanks to Richie. Thanks to Randall. Thanks to Mailbacks Monday. I guess he's a new fan. Thanks to LC, Lord LC, for coming in. Lord Visions. And all the other peeps. I appreciate you guys tremendously. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe too. Thanks for 10 Stories coming in. Thanks for Cameo Man. Excuse me, Richie Wright. I'm kind of scrolling through, seeing who else was here. I think I got everybody. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26 and Fears Vlogs. And if you have not, check me out on my TikTok channel. I'm always making TikToks, and you can make 15-second videos, 30-second videos, and 3-minute videos. I do a lot of answering people's comments back videos. I do a lot of kind of mini vlog videos. I do a lot of slideshows on there, and people seem to like it. All right, there we go. Cameo Man said, a computer, 1 year equals 20 years. 9 times 20 is 180 years. So, like I said, just to be safe, Fears will probably buy a new computer in like 3 or 4 years. But, I mean, this one, I really like my computer. This one is probably going to last me a long time. Because I bought this... Oh, I'm sorry, my family bought it for me, I think, in 2019. So yeah. So, at the end of this year, that'll be 4 years. Because at the end, like after Christmas, Fears would have been here. I would have lived here 4 years. And, man, it goes by so fast. I can't believe that I've lived in Florida almost 4 years. It went by super quick. Super quick. But anyway, thanks. Shout out to the fans. And again, I promise you, and I always keep my promises, I am going to be getting this content up quicker. My word is my bond. And I'm sorry to everybody that some videos have been taking forever. And we all know which one everyone is looking forward to. I just hope you guys aren't like dissatisfied when I do post the sleepaway camp video, because I've been hyping it up, and if it isn't up to your guys' standards, I'm gonna feel like shit. But I promise it is coming. Just bear with me a little bit more. Just bear with me. Fears has been in a real depressed mood the last couple of months, the last year. This year has not been good. Last year was okay. So, anyway, things are slowly but surely getting better. Slowly but surely. And before I go, I was talking to a girl on the dating site. I guess I have the worst luck ever. Remember the school teacher lady I told you guys I was talking to? She's very nice, but she sends me a message. I must have the worst luck. It was nothing I did. She goes, John, she goes, and I felt so bad, but I kind of understood. Well, I understood, but I was like, why didn't she tell me this right off the bat? So I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, good to see you, Kim. And she's like, John, she goes, you're going to hate me. And I said, why would I hate you? She goes, well, we've been talking for a couple of weeks. And she goes, I've got some good news and I got some bad news. And I was like, all right. I said, lay it on me. She goes, well, the good news is, she goes, I think you're a wonderful young man, very energetic, great guy. You go to church. She goes, you're the package deal. She goes, any woman would be thrilled to have you as a boyfriend. And in my mind, I said, well, then where the hell are they? Fears has been looking for 3 years. What I really said was, oh, thanks. I really appreciate that. And I meant it. I said, hey, thanks. That's a nice compliment. And she goes, here comes the bad news. And I'm like, oh, God, here we go. And I'm like, all right. I said, lay it on me. She goes, I feel like I've wasted your time. And I said, no, you haven't. I said, I've really enjoyed our conversation. She goes, you may are going to hate me here in about 2 seconds. She goes, I recently started talking to my ex again. And I was like, oh, God. And I said, yeah. And she goes, I think we're going to give it another go. And I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, all right. But I couldn't be that mad, because if me and my ex started talking again and we got back together, then I would be a hypocrite. And I said, listen, so what I said, I was not mad at all. I was disappointed, but I wasn't mad. I said, listen, I've been there. I understand. I said, I used to talk to my ex, and I told her, I said, recently I said some things that got me into trouble. I said, and now me and my ex don't talk. I said, hopefully me and my ex can be friends again, but I said, we're not friends again. I said, we're not friends right now. So I said, if you're still buddy-buddy with your ex, I said, thank you for telling me that. And she goes, oh, of course. She goes, I don't want to waste your time. And I said, and if you truly still love that person, I said, I get it. I understand. And she goes, I want to let you know. She goes, if I didn't start talking to him again, she goes, you're a great guy. She goes, I really wanted to go out on a date with you. And I said, so did I. I wasn't going to hide it. I was like, I said, Kim, I think you're fantastic. I said, you're beautiful. Guys, she was smoking hot. For a teacher. I was like, man, she should be a model or some shit. But I said, she's got that nice personality. She's a school teacher, which I think is fucking rad. My mom used to be a substitute teacher. And I think teaching's a very, very important job, They teach you the ways of life. They teach you all the things you need to know to survive in life. Let alone this girl was smoking hot. Long brown hair, super golden tan, super smart. She was like the package deal. And I told her that. I said, Kim, I said, you are the package deal. I said, you're a school teacher. I said, I always respect, people in that profession. And I said, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're kind. I said, you're a teacher, so you care about people and you care about people's lives and stuff. And I said, my mom used to be a school teacher. I said, and then she transitioned into babysitting. So I said, I get it. And she's like, so you're not mad? I'm like, I'm not mad. I said, of course I'm disappointed, but I said, I wish you luck. I said, I would be very immature if I was mad. Be like, what the hell? You're talking to your ex? You fucking bitch, da-da-da-da-da. So she's like, well, most guys would be like that. I said, no. I said, that's not me. I said, I'm bummed. I said, trust me, I'm bummed. But I said, I understand. So I said, I wish you luck. And I said, if it doesn't work out, I said, you know where to find me. I said, write me a message. She goes, oh, yeah, if it doesn't work out, she goes, I'll write you again. So that's where we are. So me and Kim were talking for about 2.5, 3 weeks. And the reason why I hadn't set up a date is because she wanted to go real slow because, the last guy, I guess, did a number on her. So she goes, do you mind if we talk a lot and get to know each other a lot before we set a date? And I said, absolutely. Plus, I really wanted to invest in this girl because she sounded fantastic. So, but that's just how it goes sometimes. But, so the hunt for Mrs. Fierce continues. I really wish it could have been Kim, though. Kim was so nice. And she was a school teacher, and she was hot as a model. I'm like, oh man, Fierce has hit the jackpot. It's going to happen. It's going to be amazing. And then all of a sudden, and it crashes and burns. There it is. Anyway, there it is. But Kim, I just want to let you know, I have no bad feelings. I think you're a wonderful person. I wish we could have went on a date. Kim was, if you guys would have saw her picture, man, she was so nice. Anyway, I'm going to take off. Skunk Ape says, Randall, how's your dating life going? Sounds like you're an expert. That's Skunk Ape saying that. Randall says, I'm not looking for anyone right now, but I think don't talk about your exes with... No, I got you. No, Randall, the only reason why I brought up my ex and I said nice things about my ex was because that Kim girl brought up her ex because Kim started talking to her ex again, and they said they were going to try it again. That's the only reason why I brought that up. So, yeah. Skunk Ape says, you know what, Fears? No worries. There's a lot of ladies out there. You'll meet one day. I appreciate that, Skunk Ape. I'm just saying, I was really getting into talking with this Kim girl. She was a school teacher, super smart, super nice, wonderful personality. She was a school teacher, so I was like, man, I hit the jackpot. She likes Christ, like she was a Christian too, so I was like, oh man, this is going to be great. I said, I cannot wait to vlog with this girl. I can't wait to show the fans. And she thought it was cool. I told her that I was a YouTuber, and she's like, oh, I love watching YouTube videos. And I said, would you ever be in a YouTube video with me? She goes, oh, heck yeah. She goes, I love theater. She goes, I took some theater class. I was like, this couldn't be more perfect. I'm like, she doesn't mind being on camera. She likes theater like Fears does. Because I used to do a bunch of plays and stuff. I actually miss being on stage. I miss being, in the theater side of it. I don't mind, filming vlogs and filming shit, and that's cool. I'll always love film. I always love making, content for you guys. But I miss being on the stage, If someone said, hey, Fears, you want to be in a play? I'd jump on it in a heartbeat, It'd have to be on the weekends, though, because Fears is, go with the 2 jobs. But I just wanted to keep you guys updated. So the Kim girl, she was super sweet. But, I mean, I get it. If you have a chance to be with the person that you love, I was like, hey, Kim, I understand, go for it. Let me know, I said, if it doesn't work out, hey, let me know. I said, get back on the dating site and send me a message. She's like, oh, I definitely will. She's like, so don't delete my message. I said, no, I won't delete it. I said, if I don't hear from you in about a year or whatever, I said, then I'll delete it. But I said, if it doesn't work out and you message me in 6 months, hey, there you go. So, anyway, I'm going to take off, guys, because I need to get some dinner going. I need to call Randy back, and I need to get on some editing. So, like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26 and Fears Vlogs. Check me out on the old TikTok. The TikTok is growing super good. We are up to 8,127 subscribers, somewhere around there. Because I just looked at it I looked at it right before I did the stream. So it's somewhere around there. So it's a growing. I gained some more subs today. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this before I go. So when I was filming this Visions, check this out. I'm filming away, right? I almost forgot to tell you guys about this. So I'm filming away, right? This really cool Chinese family saw me filming, and then I guess these other two girls were from Japan, and I guess they weren't part of the Chinese family. They were just like, they were studying abroad. And this one girl, hopefully I say her name right. I accidentally in the vlog mispronounced her name because it was a really hard name to pronounce because it was a Japanese name. I thought she said Mimi. It was, oh God, I think it was Miku or, oh, what was it? Or it was either Kume or Miku or something like that. Nicest girl ever. And she goes, oh, what's your channel? I'll subscribe. And I was like, I think this is the first Japanese subscriber. I was like, right on. I'm like, this is pretty cool. And then she got her friend to subscribe. So her friend, she's from China, but she had a very American name. Her friend's name was Karen. And I was like, okay. I'm like, that's cool. And they were both sweet. And so I got them a cameo in the vlog. And they were like, oh, we'll definitely spread the word. And I said, oh, what are you doing here in America? I said, are you here for vacation? She goes, Karen is here from China, and she's visiting me. She goes, we're like long-term like friends. We're childhood friends. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And she goes, I'm here for a year. She goes, I'm in college. And she goes, I'm a senior in college. I'm studying abroad. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And she's like, I'm a foreign exchange student. So I was like, right on, right on. I'm like, that's really cool. So nicest people, they both subscribed, and she said, when I go back to China, when my friend goes back to China, I'll tell her to spread the word about your channel. She goes, when I go back to Japan, she goes, I will tell all my classmates in Japan to subscribe to your channel. I was like, that's really nice of you. I really appreciate that. So Miku, I think is how you say her name. It was very hard to pronounce it. It was either Yume or Miki, something like that. I thought at first she said Mimi, so I think I said that. So I'll probably never live that down. Probably the trolls will probably make fun of me into the end of the earth. But she corrected me. Either I corrected myself or she corrected me in the video. She was the nicest girl ever. We chatted for about 20, 30 minutes because she was in the same. You go into the museum in groups, and she was in my group. So I was like, she's a very nice girl. Now, she was very young. Like, Fears couldn't date her. She was only like 25, 26, and Fears has a limit on where he dates, you know? I'm not a mat man. No. Fears, the highest I'll date right now is like, I'm 39, so probably the highest I'd date is like 42, 43. The lowest I'll date now is probably like 27, 28. But she was very nice. She was a very nice person. She goes, I love YouTube. She goes, hell yeah. She goes, I'll subscribe. And I was like, that's very nice of you. Because she saw me filming and she was wondering what I was filming. So she actually approached me and said, hey, what are you filming? And I was like, I said, I'm a YouTuber. And I said, I just kind of work on my videos on the side. And she's like, well, how many subscribers do you have? I was like, not enough. I said, and she goes, oh, have they started paying you? I said, I wish. But I said, no. I said, on my main channel, I've only got like 2,500 something. And I said, on the vlog channel, I said, I haven't even hit 2,000. And she's like, oh, well, I'll subscribe. And I was like, hey, I appreciate that. That's really nice. And she's like, do you do TikTok? I said, oh, I do me some TikTokage. And she's like, well, how many on there? And I said, it's the same. I said, if you want to subscribe, it's the same name, FearsMan26. And I said, that's actually doing really good. I got 8,000 on there. So she was very lovely. And I met her family. Her family was like, oh, yeah, we'll get all of our family and friends to subscribe. I was like, you guys don't have to, but I appreciate that. I'm like, I hope you guys enjoy your stay in America. And they said, oh, yeah, they said, we love it. This is our first time. But I knew Miyu, I think is that how you say her name? Miyu, she goes, oh, I've been here before. She goes, Karen's family, she goes, they're visiting me. Or she said something like that. So I said, I said, it's their first time. She goes, yeah. She goes, I've been to America before. She goes, this is my second or third time. She goes, and now I'm a foreign exchange student and I'm studying abroad. And I was like, that's really cool. And I said, that's cool that you have friends, that can come and visit you and stuff. Very nice people. Big shout out to them. And thank you for subscribing to my channel. I almost forgot to tell you guys about that because they were such wonderful people. And they said, would you ever vlog in China or Japan? I said, oh, yeah. I said, my dad went to China before on business. I said, and my dad was so cool. He brought his fucking running shoes and after all of his business meetings, had a run on the Chinese Wall, on the wall, the Great Wall of China. And I went, oh, that's cool. And I said, yeah. So I said, it's on my to-do list to do a vlog one day in China and Japan. And I said, when I go, I'm going to bring my running shoes and recreate the run that my dad did to honor my dad. And they said that would be cool to put that in a vlog. I said, oh, yeah. I said, I love my dad. I said, it's on my to-do list. I'm going to do it one of these days. And they said, oh, yeah. They said, China and Japan, they're beautiful countries. I'm like, I've seen pictures, but I said, I guarantee you pictures don't do it justice. I said, one of these days I will hightail it over there. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. I'm taking off. Triple says, Fears, goodbye. Goodbye, Fears. Right on, Triple. Anyway, Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. Look out for more vlogs and more streams. And this is Fears, bidding you guys a fond farewell.